Hello world, I am Daniel Jonathan Banguro and I'm bringing to you Reality Lab. Reality Lab is a purpose-driven talk show that is designed to educate, entertain, and inspire young people to be what God has created them to be.
Surprise! First of all, shalom to all viewers, or better still, good evening to everyone. This is Reality Lab, a show which comes to you every Thursday at 8 p.m., aim at impacting, transforming, and changing the lives of people, and especially inspiring the lives of our young people to full actualization. Of course, today is the 10th episode, and today this is not going to be the regular because our favorite host, Danny Banks, isn't here. And I want to let you know that we have a new host who will be taking over. Do you want to know that individual? Yes, it is me. And of course, today I'm fully in charge and I'm going to take over here. And so because I'm in charge, we're going for a short break, and after that, I have a surprise for you. Stay glued.
Hello world, I am Daniel Jonathan Banguro and I'm bringing to you Reality Lab. Reality Lab is a purpose-driven talk show that is designed to educate, entertain, and inspire young people to be what God has created them to be.
Okay, welcome back. And of course, letting you know earlier that we have a new host for today. I happen to be Crispin A. Gauja Jr., and with me in the studios I have
Danny Banks.
and of course he's your regular host, and I know you're happy to see him. And moving forward, let me let you know, of course, that I'm the host for today. So
You're in charge, I
yes,
know, I know.
I'm fully in charge. But before going further, this is Reality Lab, and of course, given the name Reality, there are a series of questions you're going to answer today, relating to this whole program called Reality Lab, the talk show. I mean, but before going further, many of you have been watching us, and maybe you not even like get waiting we they try for drive towards, or waiting really we they try for show out to people. And many of them questions there that they will get for asked today. And thank God Danny Banks is here, who is the mastermind behind all this. To start with, Danny,
Yes, sir.
start with telling us what is Reality Lab. What is it all about? Given the name Reality Lab.
All right. So, thank you once more for getting me today. One of the things I've always learned is to bring reality to play, to let people understand the real situation we are in. I don't like when it is black and people are forming it to be white, or when it is white, we're forming it to be black. I love to speak the reality, speak the mind, the minds of people that maybe this is something that they will not be even thinking about. So it is a metaphorical statement saying reality lab. Of course, we know the normal norm for lab is where they invent, create, test, do all of these things. I believe science people can relate. And when we say reality and there's a lab, we take the reality into the lab, do the mixture, bring it out, bring solutions. We first of all bring the problem, we suggest a solution, and we try to help people to work with the solution to cure the problem. So basically, that's the whole concept behind Reality Lab, to bring the reality into play and letting it go through the lab.
Yeah, bringing out
scrutinize.
live issues
Of
that
course.
happening. Okay, so what led to this initiative? Because just sitting down and thinking we need to do this, there must be something motivating behind this.
All right, so I'm a strong believer, a very strong believer of God, and in all my do lead me. I can still remember it was in August before I did my book launch. I was praying and thinking of what to do after my book launch, and that was August last year, 2019.
Okay.
And there was this idea that came in mind. It was just plain like that. It was just Reality Lab. That was all I had. I didn't know what should be the content, what should be this and that. I just had this Reality Lab. But as I was going along, as I was trying to know the mind of God about this, I came to realize that there are a lot of things that young people are going through, that we are undergoing, that we need solution. Young people need solution. We need things that will change the mindset. We need things that will help us grow to another level. So from that point of understanding, working with a lot of young people in my life, a lot of brands, a lot of people around me, I've come to understand that a lot of things that are there that we don't understand. And one of the drive that I've always used is purpose. I've always loved for every person around me to know his or her purpose in life and to dominate their space and to be very unique wherever God has called them to. So that is, in everything I can say, purpose would be the drive of Reality Lab.
So how do you plan on actualizing this?
Of course, you know that from episode 1 to 9, I've been doing teachings, teachings that will inspire young people, teachings that will change the mindset. As I said earlier, it's a lab that we cure. So we suggest the cure rather and help people to use the cure to mend the problem. So what exactly we have been doing from episode 1 to 9 is to bring out the reality of certain topics. We have done like purpose, we've handled fear, we have handled friendship, we have handled mindsets and different other things. And I believe with these few teachings for a start will make a lot of impact. And we have future goals that will help in reaching out to these individuals or young people, to be specific, and to help them.
Reaching out how?
Well, one of the ways I've always believed in art. And art is one of the things that I believe every other person relates to. And when I talk about art, I talk about music, I talk about public speech, I talk about movies, I talk about books, I talk about every other thing within the space of the arts industry. I believe these are some of the ways we can use to reach out to
Okay, so I'm
individuals.
talking about the first season and moving on to the next season. You stated earlier, and you said our teachings and so on and so forth. So, what are we expecting in the next season?
All right, so season 1 is going to end today, which I'm very, very happy about.
Yeah, so sounds good.
Yes. So we're taking from episode 1 to episode 10, which forms season 1. And so far so good. I strongly believe that God has been talking to a lot of people out there that have been following videos, and I believe there are a lot of people that will be watching later that God will talk to, because it's not about me, it's about him. And the season 2 is going to be very exciting. It's going to be more exciting because we are putting packages in place and letting people, letting message reach out to people. The purpose of this is just to let people be impacted, let lives be changed, let people know the essence of living. That is not about us, it's about the Creator and what he has embedded in us to fulfill before we die and go wherever we should go.
Talking about change, Danny, we really need change.
Of course.
But the problem I have, talking about change and reaching out to people, do you think this all of this first season, this season, do you think it has really impacted lives of people? If yes, what are the testimonies to let us know?
Well,
is that going to be like reaching out to people, asking them what has Reality Lab impacted in them, or so on and so forth?
All right, so I'm a strong believer of doing things that will make an impact. So I strongly believe that whatever I do that is of God will surely impact people. So one of the things that I've been testimonies, I've been having people commenting on the videos, and also people coming in my inbox on WhatsApp, on Facebook, Instagram, people that are messaging me and telling me this video has been a blessing. I'd really love to watch the past ones that I've missed, and I'm anticipating for the next one. I've had a lot of testimony. Even some of my friends, some people that do have my number, sending me screenshot of people putting it in their status and otherwise, but it has been massive. The impact has been massive so far, and I give God the glory for that, because as I said earlier, it's not about me, it's about him. And when the impact is made, they see him, it's not about me. So I think so far so good. It has made immense impact. Of course, we are having an average of 500 views per video, so that is to tell us that I believe just a word is capable to change an individual, is capable to make a change in the mindset of people. As you said earlier, we really need change, and the changes start with us. So if someone out there is being made to change by this message, I believe it can impact other souls that he or she might come along with.
So viewers, does this sound great? Oh yes, it does. And so I'm talking about the first season and moving on to the next season. Of course, let's go for a short break and have a recap of what has season 1 been doing in the lives of people. Stay glued, don't go anywhere.
Time is being given to us by the Creator, and it is uncontrollable. We cannot control time, and we cannot control change. Purpose is your mission. And let me put this to you, that any man or any woman that is yet to discover his or her purpose is wasting time. No matter the toughest decision you want to make, just begin. That business that you wanted to start years back, that you have been afraid of failing, just begin. That relationship that you have been afraid of entering because you are afraid of hurt, just begin. Time management is the ability to use one's time effectively or productively. Some of us don't know how best we can learn. Personally, I learn when I listen better than when I read. All your vision, all your goals, all the ideas that you are storing in your mind, make sure you pen them down. Write it and write it. Always learn to set goals. These are some of the things you should be doing. Idle in doing things that are not meaningful. Don't be on social media and just use it, carelessly or for non-purposeful means. Make sure you use the social media very useful in developing that thing that is within you. If you are to practice, make sure you practice. If you are to write that book, make sure you write that book. That song that you have been dying to write, make sure you write it now. Because there will not be a time like this when you have this precious moment to spend in developing your craft. Be hardworking. Friend is anyone who is willing, committed, and can help you get to your destiny. 3 things. A friend is willing, 2, committed, and can help you get to your destiny. So this is a personal task for you right now. Look around the people, look around you and look the people that are around you right now. And ask yourself, are these people willing? Are these people committed? Are these people ready to help me reach to my destiny? If you look around and your answer is no, my advice and my suggestion to you right now is cut off from those friends.
Okay, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. That recap was all for season 1 and moving on to season 2. But before going further, there is a quick question I want to ask here. You stated about purpose earlier. So how is purpose connected to this vision?
So basically, this is my favorite, as in one of the things I put premium on, because purpose is the driving force for everything you do in life. With regarding to all the teachings, I taught on planning, I taught on time management, I taught on fear, I taught on friendship and mindset and all of these things. But they are all things that come after you have discovered purpose. A man without purpose won't have anything that will bring fear within, because there are no visions, there are no things that will pursue, that will be there to pursue, that will make him to be afraid of actualizing. So purpose is very important for every human being. It is very important that everybody on earth discover purpose, because it is the only thing that gives meaning to your existence. It's the only thing that gives you value, that gives your existence some kind of significance, that you came here for something. And everybody has a purpose. God did not make anybody by mistake. He made us all for a particular purpose, which was created even before we were made. So I have concern with purpose, because if every young person discover his or her purpose, I believe we'll have a change world. So it has to start from that foundation. That is where my premium lies. When everybody discover his or her purpose, then we live in a society wherein everybody is unique by himself. Why do you think that we we have people that follow the lifestyles of others, as in, I want to become like you, or you want to become like me, which is impossible because I'm unique in my own way. It is because people don't discover their purpose. Because if I discover my purpose and I know exactly what I'm here to do, I know that I'm unique. I'm just the way God made me, and I'm just for the purpose for God.
Okay, let me hold you right there.
Okay.
I'm talking on this purpose, very, very broad. And if breaking this down, I think what you try for talk about purpose now that now waiting really you can now have for
What you can for
wetin
do,
can at this
what
world.
God send you for can do.
I'm
And we all
interested.
have
I'm
something
interested
that-
in this, and I know everyone out there is interested in this. We not discover them purpose yet. And talking about this purpose, how actually you get forget person for because there's something we go baffle we or we go to confuse each and everybody that maybe he already don't start like journalism or don't begin talk show, don't begin talk na church or whatsoever, other things that we involved in. And if he say na purpose, now then they are really in camp for this world. So like I don't really know, I don't understand, make people understand how you get forget them back on track. Do you understand? Like
Okay.
people wey go don't take this drive, they go so and he carry them back.
All right, all right. So basically, I'll suggest first and foremost, let people go back to my episode 2 and 3. I talked on understanding purpose and how to discover purpose. Yet that was just a little
Brief.
a lithium of what purpose is all about. And by the grace of God, as we are moving on with the talk show and other things within Reality Lab, we'll get to know a lot of purpose. But to answer your question, one of the things that you have to be deliberate in making is to make decisions. Sometimes the decisions you will make will not be favorable to even what your parents want, to what the people around you want. But it is because of when you discover purpose, there are certain times you push on to doing things that nobody imagined you would do, because the purpose itself comes with an energy, an amount of energy that pushes you to where you. So you talked on, yes, you talked on if somebody might have taken this path and it might be the wrong path and wants to come back to the right path to walk where God's purpose for his or her life is. It has to take a deliberate decision. You have to actually know. That's why the first thing when I talked on how to discover purpose, the first thing I talked on was you need to inhabit the Holy Spirit, because it is the Holy Spirit, is God in you that develops the kind of anxiety or energy for you to make such decision that I won't do anything unless the thing that I'm being sent here to do. But I believe as subsequent teachings and platforms we dive into
for
it
the better.
More. Yes.
So now let's talk on season 2. You've talked on season 1, which has impacted people I know. So moving on to season 2, what are we expecting? The goodies.
Season 2, as I said, is going to be very wonderful. So one of the things I'd also thought of that Sierra Leone don't celebrate Sierra Leoneans. Yeah, we don't celebrate our own. We don't yearn to listen to our own. I don't know if it is because of the society, and which I believe has a lot of percentage to do with the society of what we met.
It is. That's why I talked on change earlier.
Of course, a lot of things that our society started that is so very odd for us as young people of this generation to continue. So I've always learned to celebrate mine as in us, as our own. So season 2 will be featuring untold stories.
Untold stories.
Yes, untold stories. That is
I think that we will not know about
things we don't know about that we need to know, and we should know to impact you out there. So we have a lot of people out there that you might be following, you might like, or you might have heard about, and maybe you just know just a lithium about them. But there's a deeper thing within them, or maybe where they started, or what were their challenges to reach into the successful path they are in. There are a lot of Sierra Leoneans, both young, average, and old, that will become, that their stories will make a lot of change in the lives of young people. So this season will be catering on interviewing Sierra Leoneans, Sierra Leone indigenes that have created a lot of impact in their own space, and their stories can make a change in your life. So that is all what season 2 will be featuring, and we'll be meeting with a lot of people, So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be very good.
Wow. Talking to a lot of people, untold stories. This is very, very big. And So let's look at the reach. How can we reach out to those people?
Well, we're trying our best as a team, as a production, to reach out to the necessary people that we give their hands open. But I believe with exactly what the content is catering for, I believe anybody that would want young people, young minds to grow, maybe to a level that they are in, or to a particular stage wherein what they have gone through will not want young people to go through.
Because that's the point. That's why I asked. Because reaching out to those people, I think say the one way they count actually and sit down they talk for be the change from that particular
Of
side.
course, of course,
Because you go must get things the way you don't go through,
of course.
reaching to the limelight, having succeeded. So like waiting and waiting if you don't go through and waiting with other person out there the face, I think that's what you're looking at.
Of course, that's what we're looking at, and we would even give a space to the audience, people that are watching, to even suggest who they think they need in the show to be interviewed. Maybe they want to know about somebody, and we can try to reach out to such individual or individuals to get them on the show and interview them and know much about them and let people be impacted by their stories, by their life, by the things that challenge them, onto making some changes to where they have been successful. So I believe that's the drive behind it.
This is great. A lot of questions have been digressed, but finally, before go, because of course today we live in season 1 now to season 2.
And I'm excited. And
I'm already in season 2. I want season 2 too right now. But talking about untold stories and all, season 1, season 2, there must be other things cooking. So what's actually the vision? What's actually the vision? Usai Reality Lab 1 for go after untold stories. I hope I'm not running before time, but I won't forget like the vision. Waiting actually, because talking about and changing the life, changing the narratives, putting realities on the table and all involves a lot. Because there are some people where maybe this even way till they talk show, the communication, maybe reaching out to people and getting feedback. Maybe this way they talk or not go interest them. Is there
any other
something
part?
else?
All right, yes, of course.
Yes,
Of
I'm
course.
coming. We go come inside or talking to other people. Maybe most of people they out there not maybe not get the understanding of waiting really they talk about and waiting. So are there other ways you get for targets? Maybe doing films, doing jingles, reaching out to people, documentaries, live stories and all. So we won't forget any things that if really
All right, all right.
then they inside the plan.
So basically, Reality Lab is a production that grows. I've always believed in growth so much, and I've always learned to do what I teach. So I've been teaching about growth mindset. So we see ahead and try to do it. I told you earlier that I believe in art, and art is the medium that we are using to reach out to people. And art is it's a broad entity. So one of the ways that we are going to start with them soonest in reaching out to young people and working with young people as well and giving them this job opportunity to work in their scope where they think have been called is movies. We're actually trying to get our movie industry done. We're actually on script writing right now, and I believe a lot of people will be interested in working there. A lot of people will be interested in watching such, and a lot of people will learn a lot from just watching a movie. Secondly, we want to also promote literacy. I had an experience in launching my book. I had a lot of challenges. And to me, I think it's a responsibility that I need to perform, because I envisage a lot of young people out there that are talented in writing, who are frustrated.
But they're not getting the platform.
They don't have the platform. They don't have people to even show them how to go this way. Good. I knew what I went through. I went through a lot of headache to get my book done, just to put it in a book format. It was a lot. It took a lot. So we're going to get a book club within the scope of Reality Lab to help people to help them develop their art of writing and to help them publish and produce, print and launch their book. We all give the services, and this is one great thing I love, because it's going to improve the literacy in our nation, the art of reading. the art of reading. I love this challenge that is going on Facebook right now, and it gives me great joy to watch people posting their favorite books. I think we are going to move to the next phase where we help people to begin reading these things. One of the culture that has been missing in Sierra Leone is reading. So we want to get this book club where we encourage young people to write their books, to publish them.
Okay, I said that was the last question, but I think this is getting interesting. One more. Talking about young people, we all know this is Sierra Leone, but all over the world, bringing young people together is really not easy, out of experience. And talking about building platforms, the plans are great, but the mechanisms in place, I want to know.
Okay, so we are young people, and most of us in the team are students, and I've always believed in working with what I have and doing what I have to do with what I have. That's the right statement. Doing what I have to do with the right things I have. So what we are doing right now, we are reaching to stakeholders, people that can be a support to the vision. People that, because this is not about me. This is about every person, every Sierra Leonean, every young person, to be specific. We want to create this platform where young people own their art in Sierra Leone, develop it, reach it to this particular height where everybody will see that young people are doing well, young people are rising up. And I'm very optimistic. And one of my foundation is God, because I always know that God provides for the vision He creates, for the vision He gives. So we are using the IQ that He has given us to get a business plan done, to get these business plans being reached to stakeholders, institutions, companies, banks, or whatever it is. We are doing on that part because, of course, it takes a lot. You have to get a lot of equipment. To work with young people, it's not easy. A lot of them are under their parents and cannot afford much. So we are counting all those costs. But we are still moving on, and we are still trying to create the platform where we're able to get that.
Wow. Okay, this is not a question now, this is a statement. Of course, bringing young people together, and also we're actually in a country wherein, maybe you can make an addendum later, wherein we get people like, especially with the young people and waiting, maybe go through college and come out and come and can't sit down say like government for provide jobs.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just sit down no more and they expect miracle to happen. But it's a big step. This is really a big one. And I hope viewers out there can see the necessity of this and put their hand resources into this to make it great. Well, I know you've got God and you are unlimited, just as you've just mentioned. Maybe you can add up one or two statements to that before we close.
All right. So I've always thought that the real essence of living is you discovering your purpose. It's not about you going to college and doing what you read or whatever. It's about you doing exactly what God has impacted in you, imported in you. That is the significance of living. So it doesn't matter what you might have read, and most of the time we just read, come down and sit. So to me, it's irresponsible.
Sit for 4-5 years just waiting on government to provide jobs.
Waiting on government, wherein I believe each and every individual, especially young people, have this space where they can develop their own self-business and employ others. You understand? So imagine if every graduate has this mentality.
So meaning Reality Lab having other branches.
That's it. So we want to be the center where we help people to understand that I need to create mine, and when they create theirs, it helps breed other fishes that create theirs. You understand? You see how the employment rate and unemployment rate drops. You understand? So that's our vision. That's what we are headed at. But I encourage every person that is out there, young person, make sure when you discover your purpose and be a help to other people.
To ask for your final statement. So that's what you're making now.
Okay.
Just...
So viewers, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you very much for spending your time online, watching our videos, season 1 from episode 1 to this very one, episode 10. It's been great having you guys around, and you've given me a reason to say something that is sensible, at least to impact your life in different levels. And I want to thank you. I pray that God bless you so much, and I pray that all the videos make a lot of impact in your life. Finally, I hope season 2 will make a great immense. I can't wait, and I know you also can't wait. So stay glued. Every Thursday, Reality Lab brings you untold stories. Thank you very much.
And thank you to me too
Thank
for
you.
being the host for today. And so, our viewers, this is where we got the curtains. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel displayed on the screen, and also follow us on Facebook. Till we meet next, I am Crispin Gauja, and I hope season 2 will bring you more and more goodies.
And I am Danny Banks. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
God bless you.
Hello world, I am Daniel Jonathan Banguro, and I'm bringing to you Reality Lab. Reality Lab is a purpose-driven talk show that is designed to educate, entertain, and inspire young people to be what God has created them to be.